Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping straight into a pretty provocative YouTube analysis.
Yeah, it takes a really hard look at the conservative media narratives that just exploded right after the assassination of Charlie.
Right, the prominent conservative figure. And our mission here is basically to unpack the source's main argument.
Which is pretty uncompromising. It argues that the media frenzy wasn't just, confusion.
No,
it argues it was a deliberate, profitable misdirection by key figures.
Okay, misdirection from what?
From what the source calls the actual long-term threat, radical leftist violence.
Gotcha. And the video dives right into the narratives from that first, 72 hours, almost a month before the video itself.
Exactly. It points to two main streams. First, what it calls the Jew hate brigade, blaming folks like Bibi Netanyahu or other Israeli leaders.
Okay, and the second.
These other stories about some kind of internal betrayal, often based on pretty flimsy stuff, like someone claiming a vivid dream.
A vivid dream. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And the source pretty much dismisses those internal theories right away.
Why? Just distraction.
Essentially. So they're designed to pull focus from the suspect already in custody, Tyler Robinson.
Who they identify as a radical leftist.
Right. And the source makes this really bold claim that given who Charlie was, it was statistically highly probable, almost certain, he'd be targeted by a radical left.
Hold on. Statistically probable, almost certain. That seems like a huge leap. How do they reconcile that kind of speculation with needing hard evidence for this specific murder?
Well, their argument is kind of that the probability is the starting point. They compare it to assuming a terror attack is maybe by a jihadist, just based on, known patterns and statistics.
Okay. I see the comparison they're trying.
And that ties right into how they define the main enemy here.
Which is?
Radical leftism, Marxist ideology, wokeness. They insist this ideology has been the primary opponent since 2015 or 2016.
And they bring up Antifa in that context.
Yeah, calling them a domestic terror organization driven by these ideas. And they also argue that other acts of leftist violence were kind of swept under the rug.
Like the example they gave, the school.
Yeah, the massacre of children at a Catholic school before Charlie's death. They claim the focus on that also just vanished.
Okay, so this is where the source's critique gets really point against specific media figures.
Oh, yeah. Very pointed. They use these pretty derogatory nicknames. El Cuckoo Land, Carlson.
Then the main accusation against them is?
Profit. A clear profit motive. Deliberately dragging out speculation, doing 26 episodes instead of just one, waiting for official info.
Just milking the story with theories?
Exactly. But the source takes it further. It's not just seen as bad journalism.
Oh.
They claim this speculation actively undermines the actual federal investigation that's going.
Wait, undermines it? You mean they're suggesting these pundits are willing to potentially sabotage a federal murder case for ratings?
That's absolutely the claim. It sounds like an accusation of obstruction, essentially.
It's quite an allegation.
It is. The source compares it to, say, news outlets threatening to leak details of an archival investigation early.
Like the Rudy Giuliani example they mentioned.
Precisely. Arguing this kind of media free-for-all could tape evidence, maybe bosh the case against the suspect, Tyler Robinson.
All driven by profit, according to...
That's the argument. And they also list specific things they call falsehood.
Like what?
Like Candace claiming Bibi Netanyahu offered Charlie $150 million, or lying about some scathing letter to Bibi about Gaza, even distorting video footage of Robinson himself.
Wow. Okay. And then there's a bigger picture angle, too. Foreign influence.
Yeah, towards the end, the source speculates that foreign powers are loving this. China is listed first.
Then Qatar and Russia.
Right. The idea presented is that this kind of internal propaganda, this infighting, it slanders the U.S. and distracts everyone, directing anger towards people who are supposedly trying to fix the problems.
So, if you pull all these threads together, the source sees the whole media reaction as
more than just politics or bad reporting. They frame it as a kind of spiritual war, a calculated misdirection campaign.
Funneling attention and maybe resources away from what they see as the real fight against radical.
Exactly. Protecting the very ideology they claim Charlie was fighting.
So for you listening, the source kind of flips that initial dream narrative about internal betrayal right back around. If the original conspiracy theory was about betrayal inside the conservative movement, the source leaves you with this question. Is it possible the real betrayal is actually coming from those very media figures claiming to be investigating the truth on air?
A very provocative final thought to leave things on.